And if you don't do that now, if you don't have this intra-communication with yourself now, you're in for a shock on the day of judgment. You're going to be forced to have that communication with yourself on the day of judgment.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
I'm going to give you an example of someone who had this strong intra-communication. There was a man by the name of Fudail ibn Iyad that lived in our history, and he used to be a highway robber. He used to have a position. He had a territory between these two cities that he would stake out, and he would rob the traveler. He would, the people who would be traveling between these caravans, things like that. And so he was in love with a particular servant girl, and he wanted to go meet her. And so he was climbing up the wall through the gates of the residence of this particular servant girl. And he heard the ayah in the Quran in Surah Al-Hadid, chapter 57, ayah 16 in the Quran. Has not the time come for the hearts of those who believe in the oneness of Allah to be affected by the reminder, meaning the Quran, and that which has been revealed of truth? And so this particular verse affected him, because again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking you a question. That's again the power of the Quran. Okay? It's not telling you. Remember Allah. It says, has not the time come for the hearts who believe to be affected by the Quran? Has it not come, my dear brothers and sisters? Has it not come? Has that time not come for you to be affected by the ayat of Quran? I'm asking you this. I'm asking myself this. So Al-Fudail said, "Oh my Lord, the time has come." And it hit him. It shocked his system. It shocked his internal voice. And he left and he found some shelter by some ruins near a highway. So he was, hiding there, contemplating there. And some travelers stopped by that area, and they had a conversation. They were saying to each other, they said, we should move forward. We should get out of here. And, we shouldn't, we should keep, or they were saying we should keep going. We should keep going. And the other one said, maybe it might be better for us, to wait until morning, just hide and then wait until morning, because this is Al-Fudail's territory. Okay, this is where he operates from. He robs people in this area. Okay, and so again, Al-Fudail is reflecting. He's thinking. Think about, these are his thoughts. This is the intra-communication. This is a process of intra-communication that's happening. And he says to himself, "I spent the night in sin, and there are some Muslims here who fear me." He says, "I think Allah only led me to this spot so that I may take lesson and stop what I am doing. Oh Allah, I have repented, and as part of my tawbah, I will position myself. I will live next to Al-Bayt al-Haram in Mecca." And he did this. He fulfilled this vow he made within himself. These thoughts that he made within himself, he fulfilled that. He manifested that within reality. And if you don't do that now, if you don't have this intra-communication with yourself now, you're in for a shock on the day of judgment. You're going to be forced to have that communication with yourself on the day of judgment. If you don't say to yourself, "This is a hand that's given to me, created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can this hand be one that disobeys Allah?" If you don't ask yourself now this, then think of this ayah in Surah Al-Fussilat, ayah 21. "And they will say to their skins, why do you testify against us?" They will say, "Allah has caused us to speak, as He causes all things to speak, and He created you the first time, and to Him you are made to return." So if you don't have that conversation with yourself now, these thoughts, this intra-communication now, you will be forced to confront yourself on the day of judgment.
Do I feel that the New York police are providing enough protection, or do I have to have protection of my own? I look for protection from Allah.